Jai Gurudev. So today we are going to see in this video what is HTML and how we are going to use HTML to create the web page. So many of you might be familiar with this word, or many of you might be familiar with the word web page. So these are connected to each other. So this is the tool which is used to create the web page. So the HTML is hypertext markup language. So it is used to create the document which is designed to be viewed through the browser. So whenever you view any content in the World Wide Web, www, by using a browser, then whatever you see, whatever content is viewed is displayed by using the web page. So we call it as website. Actually, it's a collection of web pages. Website is a collection of web pages. Now, so we are going to use HTML to create the web page. So is it coding? And there's a be another question. Is it tough? No, it is not a coding. It is a script language. It is not coding. You don't require a logical thinking for this. You need to have a little more creative. You need to be a little more creative in the way you present the content in the digital world. So what is HTML? That is hypertext markup language. This is used to put the content in the web page so that this can be viewable through a browser. Why web page is required? Who invented the web page? Why we should learn to create the web page? So these are the questions might be popping up right now. Yes, so we'll answer one by one. So why web page is required? It is a platform where an individual or a business connects with the outside world in a digital field. So generally to connect, to know some information about a certain product, either you need to go to a shop or talk to somebody, then only you will get the information, right? But in the digital world, how we connect, how you will get a information, maybe related to a product or maybe related to a service or any particular information, how it is displayed or how we are going to get that or how to get the access. So that is through the web pages. So most of the content what we view, it's through the web pages. So business, generally business will be having a web page so that it is a platform for them where they can showcase what are the products they have and given in detail information regarding their product to the prospective customer. So that is the way to connect. So this is a platform to connect the customers or a general public. So if it is for individual, web page gives in detail information about any information required by the user. Now, it's okay. So that is about the HTML. What is the importance of HTML? By using HTML, we are going to create the web pages. And what is the importance of web page for an individual as well as for a business? We have seen it, right? Now, how it is helpful as a student, what is the requirement for me to learn the HTML? Yes, that is very important. And we know now it is like no, we learn the coding, right? So the people, few people might be feeling okay, coding is a little difficult, okay, or you may not be interested in the coding. So this is one tool where slowly you can get into the coding. Okay, you are directly not going to learn about the coding as it is not a coding. Through this, you can get into the coding. Okay, so it what else it does other than going to a coding? What it does? It helps for us a human to think in a very creative way, because you have to present your content in a very attractive way so that the people will be attracted to that and read your content or view your content in the digital world. So it teaches us to a way to think, articulate reasoning, and inspire us to experiment. And finally, we will be able to demonstrate our creative thinking by presenting that content in the digital world. So that's how HTML helps for the student. So HTML basically allows developers and designers like us to structure websites in a user-friendly way. So it is not important, okay, web page need to be only for a business. No, it can be for even for an individual also, or maybe for an author who want to sell his books, or you want to give information regarding the books he's going to publish or write. Yes, or for any person who want to connect with the public can have through a digital world, can have a web page. So where we see the web pages in the World Wide Web. Yes. So it is interconnection of multi-million computers, right? It is a connection of networks, collection of networks. So World Wide Web is a place where all your resources are stored. So how to access that? Through the internet. So www or a World Wide Web and internet are not the same. Both are two different aspects. Now, World Wide Web is the place where the contents are stored. Internet is a medium through which you're going to access the data from the World Wide Web. So who invented the World Wide Web as well as HTML? So Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, a hypermedia platform that harnesses the power of internet to connect anything together. So people will connect together, share their ideas, files, and they create a communities through the World Wide Web. Yes, that's what's happening now. So he wrote a book called Weaving the Web. It's a very interesting book in which he talks about the freedom that this ability to connect things together gives us. What is the advantages of WWW or a World Wide Web? It discussed in a very interesting way in Weaving the Web. So it's very interesting also, like how this World Wide Web has developed in the place. So in 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invents the web with the HTML as it is a publishing language. So it's a language, a script language, which is used to create a web page and later it will be published in the World Wide Web. So Tim Berners-Lee has invented it in 1989. So there's a very interesting story. This is surprising because CERN, that is a place where this WWW or HTML is invented or developed. The European Laboratory for Particle Physics. So this is the lab where this WWW was developed by Tim Berners-Lee. So actually this is the place, it's related to physics. A lot of research happens, research related activities are happening in this particular place. Now the technology which is not at all related to the physics has developed in this place. So Tim Berners-Lee was working there. So the researchers wanted to connect with each other from the different places to share their ideas. So that was the main objective of inventing this particular technology. So how the web works? So as we know, all the contents are available in the World Wide Web. So how a user is going to get the information from the World Wide Web? So a user might, whenever a user want to have some information, read something, want to find out something, it goes to a browser. That is, it might be Google browser, Google Chrome, and it might be Microsoft Edge or a Firefox. So he'll open the browser, he will write the content there about the whichever topic you want to find out. Now, in the address bar is going to type this. So it will be connected to the resources available in the World Wide Web. So enters the URL, that is the Uniform Resource Locator, if he knows it. Otherwise, he can just write the content. So it will be connected. The other mechanism in the World Wide Web will convert that into a URL and it will search where this particular information is stored. So it will be in the clouds. Yes, in one of the server, this particular information which a user is asking or searching is stored in one of the server. So that will be, that is a mechanism how it works in the World Wide Web. It will search, okay, so the search engine will search that information and it will display it in the browser of the user. Now these contents are created by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So you might have seen a lot of web pages. There are few web pages which are so interactive. So it's not only HTML which they have used some other softwares also, some other tools also to make it more interactive and interesting. So as I told, website is a collection of web pages. Now URL is Uniform Resource Locator. And there is something called the domain name. So now domain name you all know, .com, .in, or .org, Amazon.com. So this is something which is very simple. We can remember and we can type it on the browser. Yes, but URL is it consists some number. So for everybody, it's not possible to remember the number. So what we do, we will type the domain name. So domain name, through the domain name, the URL will be located. Then where that resources, that is the address of the, what is URL? Uniform resource locator is the address of the that particular document or that particular page which is stored in the cloud. Now, through the domain name we'll come to know, then the whichever server has this particular content, has this resource, will be transfer this data to the client's browser. Okay, from the server, from the cloud server, it will be transferred to the client browser. So as I told, it is any web page is created by using the HTML. Content will be in a script language. So for us, it is not easy to read it, right? So browser is a one particular software which will convert that whatever in the HTML code into a readable format. So this is the structure of the most of the website. There should be a heading, there should be a head, there should be a body where the content will be there. Yes. So you can see a lot of tags are used here. You can see HTML, open, this one, open and close tags. Yes. So these are the tags. So and inside these tags, we are going to put the content. So this is what's there behind your any web page. Yes. So how to read the content from the web page, which were written using the HTML tags. So the browser function is to translate HTML documents in a viewable web pages. Once the web page is created, the developer needs to publish it in the World Wide Web. For that, he requires domain name and hosting service. So whenever a developer, a web page designer develops a page for any business or for any individual, he has to publish it in the World Wide Web. To publish that, you need to have a domain name and a hosting service. Okay. So whenever somebody searches the content through the domain name, the search engine will get the information to the user. So what is domain name? So domain name is the address of your website that people type in the browser. As I told, it's very difficult to remember the IP address or a URL because that consists number. So you have, imagine remembering this number to find out something, it's very difficult. So to simplify that, to visit any website, user need not remember the long string of numbers. Instead, he can type an easy domain name in browser address bar. So this domain name will be allotted by the hosting agency when we approach for publishing the web page. So by the middle of 1980, the internet had a new easy to use system for naming computers. Otherwise, it will be identified through the IP address. This involved using the idea of domain name. So before 1980, it is really a difficult task to find out the information which is stored in a particular computer. It has to be identified through a numbers, right? A domain name comprises a series of letters separated by dots. Example, www.erb.org.uk or Amazon. Now it is so simplified, you don't need to write www.amazon. You can just write Amazon, right? These names are the easy to use alternative to the less manageable and cumbersome IP address numbers. So IP address is a unique number allotted to any device. Might be computer, might be a laptop, might be your mobile phone. Each one will have a unique number allotted to that. That's called as IP address. So what is web hosting? So I told after creating a web page, user need to publish it through a web hosting agency. If a domain name is the web address of your website, then web hosting is the home where your website lives. So it's a server where your content is saved. Actual computer where your website files are stored. These computers are called as a servers and they are offered by hosting agencies which will publish our web pages. So whenever we create a content in the form of a web page, we are going to take a help of the web hosting and it will be stored in a certain server. Okay. So that will publish it in the World Wide Web. The basic prerequisite knowledge we require before starting working with the HTML. In the next videos, we will see how to create a simple web pages. So before that, let us see what are the prerequisite knowledge? What are the basic things which we need to know? As I told, it is very easy to do. It's very simple. That is tags. So basically, or a main important thing what we use here is the tags. It allows the designer to customize the website using the different tags. Okay, all the tags, remembering all the tags it's not so easy. So as and when required, we are going to use that one. Tags can be recognized by these braces. So it will be closing and the opening tab. So if I'm going to open the head, I want to write the title of the title for my web page, I need to open that with that tag, and again I have to close it. Yes. So now there are a few questions related to HTML. Like as I told, we are going to put a content by using the tags. Is this tags are case sensitive? Like, can I use uppercase and lowercase in the same page? Yes, you can. It is non-case sensitive. It's not case sensitive like how other programming languages are. It is not. It's not a case sensitive, but we'll be using the lowercase. Which web browser should I be using? So now, okay, you are going to create your web page by using some editor. Then you're going to view it through a browser. Yes. So Google Chrome or a Mozilla Firefox or a Microsoft Edge, any of the browser you can use it. Will my Notepad HTML be live on the internet straight away? No. Okay, whatever we type in the Notepad is the editor which we use to type the content. Yes, by using the different tags. Later, we are going to view these same content in a browsing software. So this is how actually it looks. One side will be having a browsing software, another side we will be having a text editor. Any text editor we can use it. Yes. Which browser should you be using? Yes, as I already answered, the Google Chrome can be the best one to work out with. Now we need some editor. We are going to type the content in a editor. So Notepad, WordPad, these are the few simple editing tools available in your computer. So we can use a Notepad and we can type the content by using various tags. Later, the same thing we are going to view it by using the web browser. So here here I'm going to stop. So in the next video, we are going to see how to create a simple web page. Jai Gurudev.